What up, gents? Welcome to the Simsational Gent. I am your host, Sean C. And listen, today we have a number of things to discuss. As you guys may know, that I am here in Cancun, Mexico, living here, as you can see by the title. And today we're going to discuss a few things. We're going to talk about what it's like living here. We're going to talk about the challenges of living here. And then we're also going to talk about what's next. And then there's going to be a portion where if you have any questions or concerns, then about me living here and the things that I've gone through, if you have any questions, maybe you've been thinking about moving out, maybe you've been thinking about being an expat somewhere. I'm still just a weekend, but if you have any questions about that, I'm going to open up a section for us to discuss that later. Now, I want to tell you something unique tonight that we're doing is we are broadcasting to YouTube and we're broadcasting to Facebook right now. So I expect there's going to be a number of people come in and out. So in order to facilitate that, if you're in here right now, what I need you to do is hit that like button so that more people are notified that TSG is live right now from Cancun, Mexico. And I got so much for you. I even have some clips and some photos that I'm going to show you guys. Some of those clips I'm going to use in future videos, but because you guys are so loyal, because you guys are always there, because you guys always deliver for me, I'm going to show you some clips that I'm going to use in future videos that I hope you'll support. So again, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, what we talk about here on TSG is we talk about real issues that may or may not affect you. And also, I am traveling full-time traveling, okay? So my life is now traveling. So if that interests you as well, you're gonna wanna hit that subscribe button and the bell icon notification next to it so you don't miss any future videos and live streams here on TSG. So hit that like button real quick, okay? All right, so let me get to the chats. The next section, real quick, I'm all off. I apologize, you guys. There we go. So this next portion of TSG, if you're new to the channel, I give shout outs. So if you go ahead and you comment down in the comments below, as long as it's respectful, and we're gonna respect everybody in there, okay? We can have lively discussions, we're gonna be respectful of everybody. I'm gonna give you a shout out, all right? So I can't do this without you guys. You all may not know this, but about 2 weeks ago today, actually tomorrow, I was actually monetized on this channel. It's because of you guys watching the show. It's because you guys supporting me. It's you guys believing in me is the reason we were able to get this channel monetized. And there's a whole bunch more coming in the future for the gents here on this channel. So if you feel inclined to do so, you feel giving, there's also the super chat button down below. Right now, everything that I've gotten from the super chats, I put right back into it. I pay for this subscription here. There's something else I'm paying for too. And pretty much that absorbs all the money right there, okay? I got a monthly recurring thing to make sure that we have some higher quality stuff, right? So I thank you guys for being here. I want to see who's in the chat right now. So let's get started. First of all, we got my friends Dave and Cathy. Hi. If you have not checked out their channel, you should. You want to talk about adventure? You don't have to go to a whole other country to get adventure. Watch their channel, and they're going to show you everyday adventures that you can go on. You just got to get out of the house. So, Dave says, hi, Sean. Hey, everyone. Looking forward to seeing how you're doing in paradise. Well, Dave, is it all paradise? See what I'm saying? See, I showed y'all in the video I did where I went out to Hotel Zone and I showed you what paradise looks like. And I'm going to show you some pictures of what paradise looks like. But I actually live in the city of Cancun. So when you think of Cancun, everybody thinks about on TV. Everybody starts to think about, you know, what they see on the vacation pamphlets and stuff like that. And all that stuff exists. I was here on vacation the last time I was here. This time I'm living here. So I actually live in the city, Dave. And so there's some of that stuff I'm going to show you in some of the clips I have. So you won't want to miss it. You won't want to go anywhere tonight. I'm telling you. Also, again, hit that like button when you come in so that other people know what's going on. All right? We got the Wheeler Dealer. I spent a lot of time in Baja California, always a great time. Thank you for being here, the Wheeler Dealer. And yes, you know what? There are similarities in certain things of being in like Baja California, close to, you can get down to Mexico real quick, you can get down to TJ, you can get down to Rosarita and all these things like that. So it's a very unique experience living in California because it's almost, and I hate to say this, but it's like an extension of being here because people here have family there, people there have family here. And so that's why like I err on the side of being respectful, because at the end of the day, aren't we all just trying to live our best life? Ain't that what we talk about here in this channel? There you go. So thank you guys for being here. Hopefully we get some more people in here soon. So what was I about to tell you? So yeah, so today I'm gonna break down, something happened. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was messing up, my bad. So the first part of this is, let me get here and get that music turned off. All right, thank you guys for being here. Again, we are broadcasting live to Facebook and we're broadcasting to YouTube. So hopefully more people pop in here soon. Let me ask you guys a question that you guys are in the chat. Think about what Dave said, right? Broadcasting from paradise, all that stuff. Put down in the chat right now, what kind of things would you expect here? Okay, again, I'm not living in Hotel Zone. I'm actually living in the city. I was in Hotel Zone last time I visited here, which was about 2 years ago. And so I decided that this time I wanted to actually live in the city. I wanted to be amongst the people. I wanted to have everyday living here in Mexico, all right? And again, we're gonna talk about some of those challenges. We're gonna talk about some of the daily routine stuff. I hope I don't forget anything because there's so much in the week. And also, like a day like today, I was busy all day. I've been working at this computer all day, right? I think I put out early this morning, I did a new channel intro. Make sure you guys check out the new channel intro. As you can see, right? As you can see, we made logo changes. We've done all kinds of things here on the channel as we've updated, as we've grown, as the channel continues to change. Because even toward the latter end of the video, we're going to talk about other places I'm potentially going. I'm already thinking about leaving, okay? So we're going to talk about that as well. And I really want to know what your input is on that subject, okay? Let's get back to the chat. The Wheeler Dealer says, I'm a scuba diver, so I need clear water. Oh, of course, yeah, no, I would expect nothing less. So I actually I lived in Hawaii for 6 years. Now, I never went scuba diving, but I would go to the beach all the time. The other thing I would do is I would hike all the time. And the kind of places I would hike, I would only hike waterfalls. Like it got to the point where I was done with regular hikes, ridge hikes. That's boring. You walk up to the ridge, you look at the view, and you got to walk all the way back. But if you go to a waterfall hike, then you can get inside the waterfall. You can jump into the ocean. So I didn't scuba dive, but I love snorkeling. Snorkeling is probably one of my favorite things to do. And I respect you for scuba diving because you really get to be a part of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? So congrats on that. I don't blame you. My uncle, when he travels, when he's here and other places, he has to be near a beach. For him, the beach is his calming place. And maybe it's the same thing for you. Dave and Cathy says, we know that the city is different than the city. So you're talking about, that one area is different than the other. Been through the area, lots of poorer sections. Absolutely. The neighborhood I'm in is actually not that bad. Okay, so I know there are poorer sections, and I haven't really been there per se. Like every place that I've walked around could be any city in any place in the States, it just is that way, right? Like, and there are other things that we're going to talk about, like, I've gone to the store and stuff like that. We're going to talk about all that coming up here in a second. Yeah, we know the city, the hotel zone, been through the area, lots of poor sections in Cancun and Mexico as a whole. Absolutely. But, but people have a misconception. So I had a buddy a long time ago when I was trying to come to Mexico before. We were in San Diego, California, and it was three of us, and we rented a Mustang, and we were talking about going down into Mexico. Now we were talking about going down to Tijuana and stuff like that. And this was in like the early 2000s. I think like 2003 or something like that. And a buddy of mine was like, I don't want to go see all of that stuff. And that was the first opportunity that I had to go to Mexico, and I missed it. And it was all because he had a negative stereotype in his head about living in Mexico. Now, am I saying that there aren't poor areas and stuff like that? Of course there are. And there are places you got to be careful. There's things you got to do to be careful. We're going to talk about all that stuff coming up. But I don't think it should excuse us from the opportunity to see and live in a place and live in a perspective that is different than ours. If you're on vacation, totally different. But if you're doing what I'm doing, I think that you should take the opportunity to check out other places other than what you know. Obviously, you want to be safe when you do it, but I think it's a great opportunity to see things that are outside your purview, things that you don't normally see or be a part of. If that makes sense. So yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let me get into it real quick. So, what is life like for me now, right? Now that I've left the States, what kind of things, what kind of challenges would you say? Like, what's my life like right now? And we're going to get into that here in a little bit. Before I get started with that, though, I just want to say that the drink of the night, this is 99, this vodka I poured here is 99 pesos. 99 pesos. So a little bit under $5. It's actually pretty good. It's actually better than some of the higher price vodkas that you get in the States, okay? And then there's a little cranberry juice, and then there's a splash of the Mexican equivalent of Sunny D. Sunny Delight. And it's actually not that bad of a flavor. So, we used to make those drinks in bartending school and stuff like that, right? Pretty simple drink. Oh, that was really tasty. Sorry about that. So let's see. Still no tequila. Actually, if you, Dave, if you look at that video where I was in the hotel zone, that party video, that little couch I was sitting at where I was smoking on the hookah, because I was eating and drinking and spending money, the guy was just bringing me out shots of tequila, okay? And I think that night I had about 3 or 4 of those shots. He was really just hooking me up. Now here's the issue with the 3 or the 4 shots of tequila to get. Normally that's enough tequila combined with the vodka I've been drinking at the pool all day and the vodka I've been drinking at that place that should have, I'm not gonna say done me in, but that should have had me feeling about nice. So the problem that you might find is that some of the alcohol here is a little watered down, or, it seemed like it was watered down. That much tequila I drank should have done something to me, okay? It should have done something. So yes, I've had tequila here, and I've had tequila where I could tell you that, hey, it is what it is, right? So, but I appreciate it because that dude gave me shots. He still tried to hook me up with some shots for eating and spending money there, okay? So, but I want to get into this. I want to get into what life is like now here in Cancun, Mexico for me, okay? So we're going to talk about some of the daily things that go on here, okay? Some of the daily challenges that I face with, that I deal with living here. We're going to go over that. Let me see what this other comment says. I'd love to hang in with you guys, but I've got to get going. Good luck and fight on. Thank you to Wheeler Dealer. I appreciate you even stopping in. Thank you so much. Do me a favor though, just hit that like button on the way out so other people can know that this live stream is going on, okay? Because we want to try to get more people in here. I want to have a better, bigger discussion and stuff like that. Thank you. I hope to see you again on future videos, and have a good night, all right? So thank you very much. All right, so what is life like now? So one of the things that I'm gonna tell you, well, the first thing is some of the things that I've done since I've been here, okay? Some of the things I've done is just normal stuff. I live in the city, so I don't have a car. So pretty much when I first got here, I started walking around everywhere. I'm living in an apartment that I have for the month, and so I have to go around. I have to, I have to get some groceries. I have to get some things for me to have here, to have around the house, things that are going to make things a little bit convenient, and so you have to still do that. Okay. Now, normally when you are in a hotel and you are on vacation, you have the hotel there. Usually, most of the amenities are there. You go out and eat or whatever have you. And I go out to eat all the time too, right? So I've been walking around here. That's a future video that I'm going to work on, where I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you guys me walking around here, me being at the mall, me going to eat different places. That's going to be its own separate video, just so that there's a little more oomph to it and stuff like that, okay? Yeah, so there's that part, right? There's the part where, the normal daily stuff. So I do have stuff that I keep in here just to have some snacks around the house, or if I do get a little bit hungry, I have a little bit, I have enough food around so that if it's at night, I'm hungry, instead of going out, I can eat something small here and I'll be fine until the next day, right? Typically, I've been skipping breakfast. I've lost some weight. You can see I've gotten smaller. And that's the other thing. Walking around here, it's hot. It's really hot. And so everybody else is walking around, they're not putting out as much sweat as I am. So I'm walking around, I'm putting out barrels of sweat. And so, that's it. It's hot here. The good thing is I'm walking. When I was in Vegas, I had a car. This is the first time in my adult life that I haven't owned a vehicle. And because of that, it's forced me to have to get up and walk around. And that's a good thing, okay? If you're not walking around, if you're very sedentary, that's not good for you. And the other thing is, I would work out when I was in Vegas, but what was I doing? I was only lifting weights. I wasn't really walking. And so this place has gotten me, it's hotter, so I don't need as much food for calories. I just need more water. You're eating. And we're going to talk about that stuff later too, the differences and stuff. But my daily routine pretty much is I try to get out and get something to eat. It could be something at a restaurant, or it could be just I might grab something. Like I went to the convenience store. I needed a couple things. So I went to the convenience store. I grabbed a little food from there, the little hot food and a warmer, just so that I had something. I didn't feel like going out tonight. I didn't feel like overly cooking. I just did what I had to do to get some food. See what I'm saying? So I do have other snacks. I do have other means of eating here. But I will tell you that I came here with the idea that I was going to eat out a little bit more. And so instead, I don't eat out all 3 meals like I thought I was going to do. I actually kind of cut out breakfast, and I either choose to, eat lunch here / breakfast and then eat a dinner out. Or what I'll do is I'll eat a big lunch out and then I'll just finish up here. Okay. And then Dave says, you need lots of water, Sean. Safe water. Absolutely. We're going to get into that, Dave. That's in the next section. The challenge is living in Mexico. But Dave is right, everybody. Dave is right. That is absolutely right. Living here, it is imperative that you drink water. We're going to talk about more of that in detail, but that's some of the daily stuff, right? Like if I start running out of water or running out of stuff, I got to go to the store. I'm constantly walking. Now, here's the thing. Even though I'm constantly walking, I'm actually, I know at least 1 or 2 bus numbers to be able to get to where I need to be at, okay? So it is easy for me to get to hotel zone, right? Back to the party area. That is 12 pesos. 12 pesos to get from here to the party zone or hotel zone, the party zone. But from here to hotel zone is 12 pesos, which is approximately 60 cents. Okay, so that's really cheap to take the bus there and back, $1.20. It's really good. And you're talking that's miles and miles away. Like when I went to hotel zone on the weekend, I just packed the bag, put the stuff I needed in there. I had everything I needed to go there. Now, I plan on bringing you guys a beach video soon because I know some people like to see those beach videos. I actually have some clips for you tonight that I'm going to show you from the little time I was on the beach so you guys get a little clue about me being out there and stuff like that. So you're going to want to stay tuned. If you're new into the channel or you just got here, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, we're going to talk more about my adventures here in Cancun, Mexico. We're going to talk about my adventures when I move to other places. So hit that subscribe button, the bell icon notification next to it so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG. All right? So then we're going to talk about all those limitations here in a little bit. But you're right. You got to drink lots of water. You got to have lots of water. And maybe in a second, I'll grab for y'all to show you this big jug of water, a 2.5 gallon water jug that I had to buy because I was running out of water too quick. Because you need water not only to drink, but you also need water for like heating up, cooking, all that stuff, right? Because you shouldn't drink the water in Mexico. Again, we'll talk about that later. Dave says we used to take some of those cheap buses in Mexico, never in Cancun. Yeah, well, that's a long ride, man. That's a long, long ride. If you're talking about the United States into Mexico, that's a long ride to Cancun. But if you're talking about just going to like the little coastal areas and stuff in Mexico, you're talking about TJ, you're talking about Rosarita and stuff like that, then yeah, I can see that. Oh, okay. You're saying you were here, but you took the buses, but you didn't take it into El Centro because that's where I stay at, right? So you have the center of the city, and then off to this side, right, from the way y'all viewing it, there's the little, skinny hotel zone that's near all the water and stuff. So you can take buses to get around that area, but most people only come into El Centro when they need to go to like Walmart or something. And a lot of people just take the cabs. A lot of people are afraid to take the bus. I was scared to take the bus. Not scared, but I hadn't taken the bus in years. And now I've taken the bus a few times. And like most of the time I'll walk. But right now, like I got to get somewhere a little bit further, I'm willing to take the bus too. I mean, it's literally 12 pesos. So we're good, right? So what else? We're still talking about we're still talking about the things I've done. So before I started taking the bus, I used to walk to Walmart every day. I still walk to Walmart. That's a short walk to me. I actually don't mind taking it. I'm actually enjoying the exercise. The other thing I did was the mall is about 2.7 kilometers away. So you're talking about 1.5 miles away. I actually walked from here about 1.5 miles, almost 2 miles away. I walked all the way from my apartment all the way to the mall in the heat and everything. Crazy, right? So yeah, I took that walk, and it was a good walk. And not to mention, not only did I make that walk there, I made that walk all the way back, and I was in a mall. So I walked around the area. I probably could have gotten more out of my day had I just taken the bus close enough. Even if I had taken that bus to Walmart, the walk from Walmart to the mall is still a good little walk, but it's definitely not as far as the walk from my apartment to Walmart, because the walk from Walmart to the apartment is about 15 to 20 minutes, depends on how slow or fast you're walking. And then from there, the mall is another 30-minute walk. So that's a lot of walking. And I will tell you that I appreciate that, because I needed to get in that type of shape again. I haven't done that in a while, So Dave says only came into Cancun airport and then went down to Playa del Carmen way. Dave, I don't know how long be here, but I want to just preview this fact to say that in the latter part of the show, I'm talking about what I plan to do next. And one of the things I plan to do next is potentially move to Playa del Carmen and do a month there, because the only problem is I'm having a hard time finding a place that I like that can support my needs, because I still got to be able to do this work. And I want to be able to walk around Playa del Carmen and just enjoy it, while still trying to save money, still trying to save like I'm want to do. Okay. Let me show you guys something real quick. We're talking about the daily routines. I'm going to bring up the very first clip. All right. And I did not set up something ahead of time. I apologize. All right. So I want to set up this. So I want to show you guys about just a little clip for me just walking around the neighborhood. So that's the first clip I'm going to show you guys, right? So let me bring that up real quick. All right, I'm about to bring that up. All right, I got the clip ready to go. All right, you guys can see that, all right? So let's go ahead. I'm gonna mute the audio on this. I'm muting the audio because all you're gonna do is hear city sounds. So you all don't need to hear that. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. All right, I got one more clip. Well, I got a number of clips, but give me a second. Let me bring that clip up. All right, I got one more clip. I'm gonna bring up real quick. We go back to it. So this is just me walking around. You see there's normal stuff. There's AutoZone. You can look across the street. There's a Home Depot. And then way over to the other side there, to the left of the Home Depot, there is a, let me bring it back. Right, I don't know if you can see my cursor on the screen, but right by that blue car over there, you see my cursor, that's the supermercado, the supermarket, okay? So I've been going to Walmart. I said, let me check out this other place. And so I went there, and that's the last place I did my groceries. Now I will tell you, between Walmart and between the supermercados, and there's one other incident, I'll bring it up here a little bit in the later part of the show. But I found that everybody's been really nice, or just least to themselves, not bothering, not overly like, oh, look at this 6'3" tall guy walking around, it's a Americano, So everybody's been pretty cool. But the thing is, the people that work at the store have little patience, right? They're like, almost like, why are you in my line, and you're not going to count the money this way or this, that, and the third, which I haven't really had any issues. I mean, it takes me no longer to count money here as I do there or back in the States. So The people maybe just having a bad day. I have no clue. But I'm not hating. I understand. So anyway, let me finish playing this clip again. So again, you can see the Home Depot, right? You can see there's just cars on the street. I will tell y'all when we get into the further part and I tell you about the challenges of living here, look at that traffic. We're going to talk about some of the challenges of living here, so you're going to make sure you want to be here. Do me a favor, you guys. Hit that like button so that other people can know that this live stream is going on, okay? So that'll help me out greatly. I appreciate that. All right. So like that's just one of the walks. That's already like, down a block down, couple blocks down, whatever, around the corner up to the main street. I mean, that's already like a two-minute walk or something like that, right? I walk fast, so that might be a little bit longer for somebody else. For me, that's about a good maybe 2.5-minute walk just to get to that main street. From that main street, where that supermercado was across the street, you keep walking down that way, there's a mall that way. If you go left, if you just keep walking down left of the supermercado, then you're talking about, you keep going down like another, I don't know, like quarter of a mile or so, and then Walmart is right there, okay? So really this walk is actually getting shorter and shorter for me because I'm getting used to it. But when I'm holding groceries, which is one of the challenges, you holding groceries, then, I'm pouring sweat and stuff like that, all right? So the other thing we're going to talk about is the places I've been. And some of the things I've done, I told you I've gone to the store. I've checked out little places to eat here. And I'll be honest, I haven't really sat down and eaten at any like crazy authentic Mexican restaurant since I've been here. And there's a reason. It's not that I don't like it. I actually love Mexican food. The problem that I have is that I have to be careful about certain things that I eat while I'm out. I'm lactose intolerant. I have stomach issues, not really bad. I'm saying if I eat certain things, my stomach is on a time clock, okay? So the last thing you want to do is be walking multiple miles and you don't know where your nearest restroom is or something like that, right? You don't know where the nearest baño is, okay? I don't know. So because of that, I try to make sure I know what I'm eating, where I'm at, how much time I got. I'm pretty methodical about that kind of stuff, right? But I got lost yesterday, right? I got lost. If you're not subscribed to my, hold on, let me make sure. There we go. So listen, if you're not subscribed to my Instagram, there's the Instagram down below. I've been really a bad steward of my Instagram. I really have. Let me tell you this. Now that I'm here, I've done my best to try to put out daily content. I am committed to this moment to putting out daily content on Instagram for you guys, right? So subscribe to my Instagram. That's where I'm going to give you just my daily thoughts about what's going on, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what I went through for the day. So I'm making the Simsational Gent Instagram the place where you guys see me, like this has been the setting that I've been doing it, and just telling you what my daily challenges was. If you subscribe to my Instagram, I think I told you yesterday, I actually stopped at a little tiny hole in the wall Japanese place that said it sold sushi. I didn't get sushi. I wanted shrimp fried rice, and they had it. So this is old Japanese guy, and I mean he's old, and he giving me attitude. And I'm like, damn, am I in the States again? What the hell's going on? And I'm speaking to this Japanese guy in Spanish. So, because I don't know how long he's been here, and so I asked him, I said, tú hablas inglés? And he said nothing, or he just gave me little indication that he spoke English. So I went back to Spanish, because I'm like, if you open up a business here, it looks like it's been here for a minute, I'm going to speak to you in Spanish. So I asked him for arroz con camarón, which is shrimp with rice, right? And I didn't know how to say fried in Espanol, right? I didn't know how to say it. So I went, and then he looking through the thing, and I didn't know how to say something right. And he could tell he was frustrated. And so he was giving me much attitude. I was like, damn it, man, I didn't come here for this crap. Everybody else has been really cool and really patient. And we're going to talk about that too, as far as one of the challenges, as far as mi español. Okay? So it is what it is. But anyway, so I pay for it. He's like, I need the money. Like right off the bat, he's like, give me the money before he started cooking it. Like I wasn't gonna be good for the money. So I paid him and I sat there on my phone. I got lost because for some reason my my reception was terrible. Like I had the path walked out and then I knew kind of the general direction I was at, but normally the GPS is just to back up what I know. When the GPS stopped working, I had made multiple turns. The streets are like this. There's streets all over the place, okay? Just like that, okay? Okay, it's like that. But the streets connect different ways. And I had a slight idea where I was at because I ran into a landmark. So even leaving when my phone wasn't working, I asked the lady who I got like a little small hole in the wall place. I really got like 2 hot dogs and water. And literally it cost me $3. 2 hot dogs with, fresh onions and tomates, muy bueno for a hot dog, you know what I mean? I mean, you couldn't beat 18, it was 36 pesos for 2 hot dogs, which is, less than $2 in a water, right? So for $3, I got 2 hot dogs in the water. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna support this local business. I asked the lady, I said, ¿Dónde está Walmart? And she pointed. So once she pointed to where Walmart was, I was like, okay, if Walmart is that way, I live that way. See what I'm saying? So when you're out here, you gotta be smart. Make sure, and another thing, it was starting to get dark. It wasn't really dark. I had plenty of time still, but it was getting dark, right? Sun was down. So, you don't want to be out here, especially in these neighborhoods, if you don't know where you're going, what you're about, what it's doing, especially I'm have a bag on and stuff like that. You want to make sure that safety is paramount. We're going to talk about that in the latter part of it. I see there's a comment right there. Dave, I didn't forget about you, Brittany. I would have left. I almost left too, Dave. I almost took off. But I wasn't going to let that gentleman stop me from eating shrimp fried rice. I just wasn't going to do it. I had it in my head that quiero arroz con camarón. I had it in my head I was going to eat that. And so we're going to talk about that as well. What's the next thing? So the places I've been to the mall. I've been to 2 malls. I've been to a couple places to eat. Like them or don't, that's where I went. If I say something I like to eat, I'm going to eat there. I don't give a crap, right? Why didn't you go there? I'm not a foodie. I like to eat. There's a difference. Foodie, you're like, oh, I'm trying to try all this different stuff. Nope, I know what I like. I know what I want. I know what my limitations are. I'm going to get it when I want it. Okay? So, I'm just a big dude that like food, okay? So, I stopped. I was looking for a pizza place, believe it or not. But it was, like these homemade fresh pizzas. So I'm like, yeah, that's how I got lost. Anyway, I'm not gonna go back on that. Make sure you subscribe to my Instagram channel. And again, I'm gonna tell you stuff like that Monday through Friday and put out new posts, whether it be me talking, whether it be like a YouTube short that I created. I'm gonna put more content on that channel, on that platform, because I want it to grow and I want you guys to feel like if you're subscribed to my Instagram, that you guys have different access. You're going to hear different stuff from me than you will on my YouTube. YouTube is more of a polished thing for the videos. Here I talk to you guys like I just talk in normal life, like, hey, this is what it is. And on my Instagram feeds and posts, you're going to see YouTube shorts, and or you're going to see what my thoughts are for the day. If you're in here, hit that like button so that we can get more people in here. This has already been 40 minutes. This has probably been one of the slower live streams I've had, but it's okay. I know people are busy. They doing what they got to do. Ain't no hate, all love, okay? But if you're watching this pre-recorded, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. We're gonna get to the question of the day. I got more video clips coming, so you don't want to go anywhere, okay? And if you're not a subscriber, you want to subscribe to this channel because you're gonna see more of my travel videos. You're gonna see more of the issues that we talk about here and so much more on the Simsational Gent. So hit that bell icon notification next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG. All right. So I appreciate y'all for being here. I got some more to tell you. Okay. So my daily routines. So there's some things that I do daily, right? Like I get up, I work late. I'm a night person. So a lot of times I'm editing video late at night. I get up, I try to get up in the morning, but I'm getting up right around noonish. Here's the thing. If I was back on the West Coast time, I would be up in the morning, which was always my goal. Living here a couple hours ahead of the West Coast, I'm waking up at noon again. And so, that sucks because waking up at noon, I'm missing out significant portions of the day. So I'm going to be trying to get better. Today I've been up since earlier, so I'm going to try not to take no naps and stuff like that. I'm going to continue to work on some video after this live stream. And then so that way I can start getting up earlier. I do want to go to the beach real soon. I got so many videos for you guys. I have more video than I have time to make. So you're going to want to subscribe and get in here. So my daily challenges. So I get up every day. I don't really eat breakfast like talking about. I wish I would. But I don't really be hungry like that. Usually I get on here, check my messages, my mail, finish up any videos I have to do. Also, if there's a place I'm trying to get to, I go there during the day, right? Because I don't go out at night. I'm not from here. I don't have a car. I don't, it's just not safe to be out walking around, don't know where you're going at night, stuff like that, right? I almost got lost in the daytime. The last thing you don't do is be walking around at night and get lost. Plus, I'm so busy with this, I don't have to be out at night. If that makes sense. The other thing I do, like I said, I work on this, find places to eat, shop, walk to different things that I want to see. And there's a lot more that I want to see that I want to walk to. You understand? I want to walk to it, or at least catch the bus close enough so that I can, be in the vicinity. So that's kind of what my daily routine has been. Nothing crazy. I clean up in here, or I prep for something else, stuff like that. All right. So the next segment of this, because I'm going way too long on that last one, but I want to talk to you guys about the challenges of living here in Mexico for me, or as an American being here. I've been here before. This is my first time living here, so it's completely different, right? And if you were ever considering of coming here, living here full time, there are some things that you might have to worry about. The difference is, the place that I'm in right now, the landlord is amazing, and he's been really nice. Everything has been cool. So a place like this, things are kind of taken care of. But if you're going to be in Mexico for a longer period of time, maybe you got to go take care of lights, you got to take care of getting internet, phone service, all these different things. I don't know what you got to do, but those are things that you would have to talk to somebody else about. As far as me, the challenges that I'm talking about, right? The daily life challenges. Dave talked about it earlier, right? Dave talked about it earlier. Water is life here, right? You can't drink the water here, right? You shouldn't drink the water in Mexico. It's just not good it's not for consumption. So everybody here, water is a premium. Bottled water, get bottled water. And so, all I had the other day, for like the last day, all I've had is mineral water. And that's okay. Mineral water will sustain you for a day. I just didn't feel like going out at night. It was already too late for me to go out and get everything. But now I have like a big 2.5 gallon container. I filled up some plastic bottles I have in the refrigerator. So I got cold water. I also have water there to be able to cook with and stuff like that. So that's one of the things. You also may find that, I could cook in here, right? But now you're talking like catching a bus with a whole bunch of food or walking with a whole bunch of food. And I kind of came here knowing that I didn't really want to cook. I wanted to be able to walk out and at least one of my meals be something that I eat out, right? The other daily challenge is, what else? When you're walking around, right? So you can choose to walk like I do, but it gets really, really hot. And so that's something that I'm not used to. Even when I lived in Vegas, you're talking the difference between dry heat and you're talking about humidity. And I'm just not used to it. And even when I lived in Vegas, I didn't walk around a lot, right? In the 4 years I was in Vegas, I didn't do a lot of walking. I did some walking in the beginning. Maybe when I'm out on downtown, I might do 1 or 2 laps downtown, but that's about it. It's the most walking I really did. It wasn't until I sold my vehicle prior to making all my trips that I finally, really walked. This is the first time I've really done any significant walking in a lot of years. I haven't been in this type of walking shape since maybe when I got out of the military 4 years ago, a little bit over 4 years ago, right? So that's something else to keep in mind. What else? Daily challenges. I don't know. Right now, I don't really have, the challenges is like the time zone differences, keeping up with everybody. Let me check the chat real quick. Dave says, we're still thinking of wintering in Mexico. We've checked it out before, but never pulled the trigger. Been down for a week or two, quite a few times, but then we're always in the tourist section. Yeah, so listen, I see a whole bunch of, hold on, let me read the next one. We want to be close to the tourist sections in the future. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, here's the thing. You could live in a touristy section, but it's going to cost you a lot more money. Now, is it possible to find places in the touristy section to live in and still be okay? Absolutely. A lot of people do it. But what is going to be your quality of life? Are you going to be able to afford an apartment? Are you going to get a room? What do you need in order to have your accommodations fine? Maybe you find yourself, Dave, doing something like I did. Maybe you live in town, but you're close to a bus line that goes into the touristy section. See what I'm saying? Like, listen, I live in town, but if I wanted to take the bus back to the touristy section, it's literally like I told you, it's it's 24 pesos to go back and forth between the two places. And you're talking, the bus ride was maybe 15, 20 minutes, with all the stops and stuff. And that might seem like a long ride, but really it's better. It beats walking. There's no way you can walk this. So it's short and convenient just to be able to hop on the bus and get to the touristy section. That's why I can't wait till I pick a date. Gotta buy some sunscreen before I do this though. But because I'm not gonna buy sunscreen in the touristy area. That's kind of stupid to me. But I'll hit Walmart up or hit the supermercado across the street or right around the corner there. I buy some sunscreen. And one of these days I'm gonna do a beach video. Guess what? Jumping on that bus, it don't take nothing for me to get to the beach 20, 30 minutes. Like I said, I say 20, 30 minutes, but it didn't feel that long. I'm just assuming maybe it did take that long. Who knows? I don't know. So that's one of those things that, Dave, if you want to live in the touristy area, that's something that's part of your research, right? Some of the stuff I had to do, some of the challenges, which we'll talk about some of those in a little bit. But some of the challenges is, hey, you got to map out what you're trying to do. And we're going to talk about some of that. I kind of alluded to it, getting around, right? So are you going to be able to walk? Do you need to take cabs? Which, like you kind of got to be careful with certain cabs so they don't take advantage of you, take you to the wrong spot, and now you need them to get back. Where the bus line goes where it goes. And that's another thing that my landlord kind of hit me up to. He's like, hey, look, don't be scared to take the bus because the cabs, you can't trust all the cabs. However, the bus got to go where it got to go, right? With all those people on it. Does that make sense? So it's a challenge. Like when I first started walking, one of the challenges I had was, my legs hurt. Like I was wiped out the next day, or I'd have a little energy to do something and then I'm wiped out. So, you have to know that before you go to these places that, you might have to do some walking, especially when you don't know where you're going. Okay? You might have to do some walking to position yourself to be in a place to be able to go where you need to be. So that's something to think about. Money challenges. All right, this one is a huge one. All right. A lot of you guys have the misconception that you come here and it's exceptionally cheap. It's so cheap that you're good. Okay. And listen, though things are cheaper here than they are in the States, I'm going to tell you that's a trap that you don't want to fall into. Because if you believe this place to be so much cheaper in the United States that you're just spending money, you're going to find yourself burning through cash. And let me tell you, there are things, it is cheaper. Some things are way cheaper, and other things are just slightly cheaper. So you end up paying, I had a dinner the other night where I had ribs, I had wings, I had fries, papas fritas, right? I had all that stuff. I had a Heineken, I had those Heinekens, La Cerveza. Okay, so I had all that stuff. And that meal came out to about, I don't know, like $14 with the beers and stuff included. So in some places, that meal cost the exact same amount as I would have paid out in the States, depending on where you're going. All right. So don't fall into the trap and think everything is cheap. Don't fall into the trap thinking that like, oh, I can ball out there. Some places you can ball out. Well, here's the thing. A fool and his money is soon parted. So if you aren't watching your finances, I can see how it's really easy. I can see how it's really easy to burn through your money. You understand what I'm saying? So just something to think about. The other money challenge that you might come up with, all right, something else to think about. Dave says it's a trap, Sean. You can live cheaply, but then you have to live like some of the locals there do. If you want the comforts we're used to, you pay more. Let me put that up on the screen while I talk about this. Dave said that exactly right. And that's why the money challenge thing I thought was really important to bring up to you guys. Because if you do try to keep some of the comforts that you had in the States, you're going to pay more. If you try to eat the same way you ate out in the States, you're going to find you're still paying more. Not more than the States, but I'm saying you're going to find that you're going to burn through a lot of money. If you are trying to ball out, you're going to find your money going to be gone quick. So Dave, I actually met a gentleman who's a traveler as well. I met him out. He was actually in a very small segment. It was a black dude standing next to me in the club, tall like me. And, he was real helpful. And what he said was he's in Colombia right now. Okay? And he said, man, I burned through a lot of money. When I thought about my finances that night, I had burned through a lot of money too, just to have a good weekend. Now, luckily for me, I usually factor in going out into my budget. And I used to factor in when I lived in Vegas. But I will tell you that I could see why you burn a lot of money in one day, especially in that hotel zone, that party zone, right? It was still 20 bucks to get into the club. They were trying to charge me 20 bucks to get into that last club that y'all saw me standing outside of, and I'm just filming. They were trying to charge me 20 bucks. There was only 30 minutes left open. They were trying to charge me the same thing they was trying to charge like an hour or two before. I'm like, why would I want to go in there? So I ended up just standing out there filming. And you guys saw it. All right. So, it is what it is. So you do have to watch your money. You do have to be careful. Don't think that coming here, you could just ball out. Don't think that you can come here and just be careless with money unless you're willing to live like the locals do and, not buy the expensive stuff, live below your means, then your money ain't gonna go that far here. It's really not gonna go that far. And that is the trap. If you try to go to Hotel Zone every weekend, that's a trap. You're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke. Hotel Zone is designed to milk as much money out of you as possible. That was the only night I went out since I've been here. I've been here a week. I went out one night, and I almost didn't go out that night. But I said, hey, I want to bring some good footage to you guys. So make sure you check out that video, right? Where I talk about the Hotel Zone, partying in the Hotel Zone. Is it cheaper than Vegas? Or is it better than Vegas? Stuff like that. So you want to check that out. And then the last of the challenges I'm going to talk about is the mental challenge. All right. If you can't be alone, if you're the type of person that don't deal with being alone, well, you're most likely not going to take a trip like I'm doing right now and live this type of lifestyle. You're not going to come here and you're not going to be able to come here without bringing a friend with you. If you come by yourself, there are mental challenges to it. Now you got to understand, I grew up only child. I love my solitude. I was on submarines. I was built for this. Before I even decided to move here, I was built for this type of lifestyle. I don't get lonely, okay? And I don't feel alone. I do find myself wanting to be near people, but that's part of my baked-in routine. I just start walking a little bit. I see some people. I try to speak a little Spanish, and then I'm done with people, and then I'm back here. Okay? Oh, I didn't even talk about the language challenges. We'll get there. I'll say that one for the last of the challenges. But let me get to this comment. Dave says, great video. Thanks, Dave. I just wanted to make sure that today that I told you, that I explained to you guys the things that I see in this first week. And let me tell you, I want to make this clear since we're almost at the hour point. I want to make this clear to everybody. I want to tell you guys that my experience here in Cancun, even in El Centro, has been nothing short of amazing. It's been amazing because in one breath, I feel like I'm living just like I normally do. Okay? There's this normal life. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted things to be like, I don't expect it to be like the States. I don't. What I wanted was for me to live just this normal life amongst the people of Mexico. Quietly amongst them, living as one of them, trying to live my normal daily, my best life amongst everyone here. Because to me, that experience is richer than me just partying in a hotel zone. And I like to party, but that's not what it's about. There's growth that I hope comes from this. And I hope that's what you get from people that travel around. Yes, there's time to ball out. There's time to party. There's time to do all these things. But the most important thing is that you change up in here, that you're growing up in here and up in here. And that's what this trip is about. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about being the best version of Sean that I can be. I tell you guys all the time about improve yourself, live your best life. I'd be a hypocrite not to do it myself. So thank you for that, Dave. I wanted to put that out. So again, the mental challenges of being here is part of that too. Everything I just told you is a part of the mental challenges of living here in Mexico, right? When you know, if you're not budgeting your money right, that's a mental challenge. Not being able to fully communicate with people is a challenge. It's a mental challenge. It'll mess with you. Getting lost the other day is a mental challenge. Now, I knew I wasn't going to be lost. I have a good sense of direction. But that happens. What if you don't have a good sense of direction? What if you don't have a good sense of direction and your Spanish is terrible as well? That is mentally taxing. The other thing is, if you come here and I'm not talking about just partying and vacation. I'm saying you decide to live in a place like this. What are you doing to keep your mental right? What do you need a routine. You need something. You can't just be going out. Because going out also causes you, if you have nothing, then you'll just spend money. And that goes back to the money challenge. You know, I go out with a purpose, right? You have to know what it is that you're doing outside of just being here and partying or spending money. I have the Simsational Gent. I've been working on a lot of videos. Again, I put out a new intro video this morning. Then I put out a YouTube short this afternoon. And then I'm also doing this live stream right now. And then after I get done with this live stream, I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back at work. I have another video coming up I said I was gonna do this video when I was still in the States. I told you 10 traits of modern women that will ruin the world. So I'd already filmed it. It's already filmed. I had all my clips together. It was in a folder ready to go. That's what I'm doing. I'm editing that video now. I'm backed up. I have video clips from you guys from San Antonio that I have not done. I got video clips from here about me walking around eating, going to the malls that I have to work on. Now I'm starting to push on my Instagram. Now I need to get back to pushing on my TikToks. So if you live here, what are you doing to keep yourself mentally occupied so you aren't just spending money? Because I'm going to tell you, you can't stay out in that heat all day. You can't just walk everywhere all day. I mean, if you're young, you can. I'm telling you right now, even me being where I'm at in age, I'm still relatively young, but it still wipes me out because I'm not used to it. So these are things you got to think about, okay? So what's next? What is next for me? I've already talked about what's next for the Simsational Gent. I'm doing it all right now. If you guys were here for past videos before I left the States, I already told you what I was going to do. This is it. I'm traveling, finding new places, giving you guys new perspectives to see while you're out, while you're doing a nomad lifestyle, or while you're out doing the passport lifestyle, while you're out doing a cultural exchange lifestyle. This will not change for me. This is my life. This is what I've always wanted. And I will tell you, there's a component to what I'm doing, and I hope you guys understand this, but my stress is a lot lower. I still keep the stress on myself because I got this channel. I have deadlines I keep. I am my own boss. The principles that I learned in the military that kept me, kept me online, kept me meeting deadlines, is the same principles that I keep with this thing. As most entrepreneurs that are successful, I'm not saying I'm successful. I'm saying that most entrepreneurs that are successful keep the deadlines, keep the schedules. They do the things they need to do to be successful. All right. So as far as that, I'm gonna keep doing that. Well, what's next? Well, I've been thinking about, I was going to do 2 months here and I was going to do 2 months in Playa del Carmen, where Dave is at, right? Playa del Carmen, with the way my uncle explained it, is a little bit more able to walk around and see things. So I do want to see and experience Playa del Carmen. However, when you look at a map, right? If you take a look at a map, give me a second. I'm gonna pull up an image real quick. That's crappy. No, 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 no. All right, let's. I don't know which one to pull up. Let's go here. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up this map real quick. I want to show y'all something. I want to show you what my mindset is right now. Okay. Let us pull. Give me a second. Okay, y'all see this? Okay. So where I need y'all to see, can y'all see my cursor moving around? Right? So where I'm at right now is right here on the tip of Mexico, right about here, right? In Cancun, right? Right on the very tip of the end there. If you look down, there's a lot of countries that are very close to where I'm at. So you have Belize, you have Guatemala, San Salvador, or El Salvador. You have Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. So very close to a lot of places. And as much as I love being here in Mexico, I wanted to be here longer. But at the same time, 4 months is going to go quick. And right now, I'm not as close as I could be to these places. And Cancun is a very good hub to get to a lot of these places. So my brain right now is saying this is an excellent opportunity for me to, check out, get more bang for my buck. Stay here for a little bit, maybe check out Panama is a place that I thought about retiring. Right? So Panama is a place that I thought about retiring to one day. So I am this close to Panama. Why wouldn't I take the opportunity to go check it out? Why wouldn't I go take the opportunity just to take a peek at Panama? Colombia is another place I want to go to. Why wouldn't I take the opportunity to go to Colombia being this close? Do you know how much the ticket was when I just checked the other day for Colombia? $100. I'm not even $101 is what it said on the ticket. Now, I'll be fair. To be fair, there's a long layover. The flight is quick. The layover, when we stop at wherever we stop at, oh my God, it's a day of travel. It's a day of travel. Are you ready to do that? Some places are going to take a day. Are you ready for that type of lifestyle? And I said, man, I'm not going to get any closer to these places than I am right now. Right? If I go back to the States, I got to fly all the way down there. Still do the layover. But right now, these tickets are cheap. So why wouldn't I take the opportunity to go check it out? This is what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to bring you guys a lifestyle of travel. So this is a decision. I'm not saying I made this decision. I'm not saying I have. But this is what I said I was going to do. This is a great opportunity for me to be able to bring this to you guys. Let me get to the chat because I think I see something. Dave says they have buses running to all those towns down the coast, to Tulum and then into Belize. Absolutely. Actually, after I came out of the hotel room, after I checked out of my hotel from Hotel Zone, I met a gentleman who owns his bus, and mi español was muy mal. It was terrible, but I talked to him as best as I could. And he says he runs a bus, his little charter thing, his little small minivan. He does runs down to Playa del Carmen, and he does runs down to Tulum. And I believe he told me $50, right? That's pretty good. It's an hour drive. It's an hour. $50. I'll take that. Take it. Cost me damn near that much just to get from the airport up to here once. Or when I got here. Because I didn't have anything set up. If I was smart, I would have took the bus into downtown. But I didn't know what I was doing. And now if I came to the airport, I'd take the bus downtown into El Centro, and then I would have just got my way around that way. Right? Would have been a lot cheaper than what I paid. But I know now. So that gentleman, I have his phone number to be able to go to Tulum or to be able to go to Playa del Carmen. You know, you got to make friends here too. Don't be afraid to speak. Okay. And that's why it's important that you work on your Spanish. Mine is terrible, but I did work on it for 430 days straight. Yesterday was 430 days. Tonight, when I do my Spanish lesson after I get off of here, it'll be 431 days straight. Have I done all the lessons I should have? No. But I can tell you for a fact that the Spanish I spoke recently, even the bad Spanish, was way better than it was before. Like, I don't even need my translator. I'm kind of able to communicate enough to be able to do what I got to do. I'm speaking Spanglish. You imagine the longer I stay in these countries and do this, the better my Spanish will be because I'm practicing. Okay? Go watch my video. Go watch the other video about me talking about being in hotels on a party. Every time you saw me talking to somebody and hugging and doing the camera, I was speaking to them in Spanish. Okay? Dave says, Belize is only a few hours by bus. Don't tell me that, Dave. Don't tell me that. But here's the thing. If I go to Belize, I'm probably going to stay in Belize. What I mean, not a stay, but I'm saying I'm probably going to stay. The next place I go to is I'm doing a month. So every place I go to is a month. So part of me is thinking, like, if I can get the right price, do a month here. Might skip Playa del Carmen this time, but I can hit it on the way back. A month here, a month in Belize or Costa Rica, a month in Panama, a month in Colombia. Now, in 4 months, I've lived in 4 countries for 30 days. To me, that's amazing to have that opportunity to be able to, for 4 months, be able to live in 4 different countries. Get my passport stamped a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying? I just, now will I do that? I don't know, because there's a lot of logistics with doing what I'm trying to do. It might even be just worth going there for a week or 2, maybe 2 weeks in a place, 2 weeks in this place, 2 weeks in this place. The problem with 2 week stays is 2 week stays cost a lot more than a month stay. A lot of the places will give you discounts if you stay past a certain amount of days. So you want to get those discounts. So I'm staying past 2 week, 3 week, a month discounts. It's cheaper that way to live. Okay. They speak English in Belize. They also speak English, or partly English, in Panama. I think dollars there. That's good. Maybe more expensive though. Use US dollars too. Oh, just like Panama. Exactly. Dave says knowing Spanish really helps. Mine's terrible. Yes, mine is terrible too. And then he says the best prices are in month. Yeah. Here's the thing. You guys go on vacation to these countries and you stay a week, you stay 10 days, you stay 2 weeks, but you're not getting the best prices. I got the best price on this place because I'm staying for 28 days. So, you know, but here's the thing. Most Americans, let me just talk back to the United States, and that's actually one of the sections That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I don't have it, whatever. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was the difference between living here, living abroad, and living in the States. And in the States, when you only get, most people may get, if you're in the military, you might get 30 days a year for vacation. Most civilian jobs, you get 2 weeks paid vacation and maybe 5 sick days or something like that you can use in conjunction with each other. What I'm saying is, most Americans don't have time off. They can't take the time off. They can't afford to take the time off. And that's kind of why on this channel, I had a plan. Granted, I have some benefits that some of you may not have, but it didn't mean this trip would be even more expensive if I still had bills to pay back in the States, if I still had debt. So before I even thought about doing this, I got rid of my debt. I got my credit raised. I did things to make it that I gave myself the max advantage I could have living abroad. So these are things you got to think about, okay? Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this pre-recorded, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna bring you more videos just like this one. I've been talking. Let me show you guys something that I have not put out in a video yet, but it's gonna be exclusive to this live stream. So I want you guys to watch, check it out. I'm actually gonna bring up a video of me walking through the mall, and this is Las Plazas de America. Las Plazas de America? Yeah, Las Plazas de America. Okay. So this is something that I have not made a video about, which I will put in a future video. But today I'm actually giving you an exclusive look of me just walking through the mall. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a few minutes so you guys can see what I saw. Now I apologize, my GoPro was choppy. I still felt weird having the camera out, but I tell you, I feel a little bit more comfortable now. People actually will jump into the view of the camera. You know, they take pride in the fact that you are taking pride in their country. And so it's just something to think about. I want to share this with you guys real quick. Okay. So you're going to see, there's, as much as things are different, things are the same. All right. I'm going to show you guys this. All right. And I'm not going to play the music or anything, because just in case there's music in the background, I don't want it to get seen. So this is me entering the mall for the first time. This is the bigger mall that I came. This is Las Plazas de Americas. All right. So as you can see, it looks like any standard type of mall. Could be any mall in the United States. Right? I'm so sorry it's choppy. I apologize about that, but I was trying to keep the camera like I said, I was learning. Now, right now, as you can see, I'm trying to figure out which way to go. So before I leave the entrance, I want to make sure that, you look down each way and you make sure that you're going in a direction. You don't want to miss anything, if that makes sense. So I decided to take this route. Why am I pointing? Oh, because I'm looking at the stores. That's right. So I decided to take this route first, and I figured I can come back the other way. And I'll be honest. Oh, I did go back the other way. All right, cool. Really, this mall is huge. So, but look, as you can see, these are normal stores. This mall is actually prettier than some of the malls in the States. In Vegas, I lived across the street from a mall. It was a ghetto ass mall. I ain't gonna lie, it was terrible. I mean, you really had to worry about some things in that mall. There was a shooting at that mall, or at least a nightclub outside of it one night. So this was my first. This ain't the first mall I was at, but this is the best mall I was at. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think if you're gonna see, if you continue to watch this video, when you get to the end, I'm gonna show you the view of outside. If you keep watching this, and what you'll see is when I get outside, there's even the outside part of it. Oh my God, Dave and Kathy, there's so many parts to this mall. There's an outside portion, there's up, there's down. I don't know what's down. Down looks like it was like a parking garage area, but there's so much to this mall, right? These are just it's people think of Mexico as like, okay, don't have certain things, whatever, but it has everything. Now this dude is gonna try to sell me on getting a facial, and nope, 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 I don't need that. I'm pretty. That's what I told him. Actually, I did not say that because this was still me early on. This was still me early on speaking Spanish. If I wasn't ready to speak it got really bad. What I mean is because I told y'all I'm a loner, so sometimes I'm walking around and I don't always talk to folk, I just want to walk around. So when people catch me off guard, my Spanish is taken off guard. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what to say. But whenever I actually talk to people and put the effort in, like we were able to communicate. And that's the big thing. It's not gonna be perfect, but you're able to communicate. Now, Telcel is like the main. My phone right now is running off the Telcel towers. So if you do live in Mexico and you don't have some type of phone carrier that allows you to have between Mexico and Canada, then you're going to want to go with Telcel. I also paid off my phone. I know a lot of people don't pay off their phone, but I only had like $100 and something so that my phone is jailbroken. So I literally could go to any country, take out this SIM card, and then, oh, I see that, Lucis. Hey, you are a YouTuber. Stop the loner thing. I got you, man. My bad, bro. My bad. Let me see if I can. Yeah, hey, you're a YouTuber. Stop the loner thing. No, I didn't do the loner thing fully. And look at her real quick, Lucis. Thank you for being here. Look outside, y'all. I mean, it was just a gorgeous day. There's like food places further down. We're going to get to those food places. But I wanted y'all to see how it was a nice day outside. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, then Lucis, that means see, you saying that, Lucis, mean that you didn't see my video of me partying in the hotel zone. Because even though I was in the that area per se, let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can pull this next video up. Oh, that looked crazy. All right, so this is me going back to that door, and I'm going back the other way through the mall. Yeah, well, shit, Dave, check it out. I lived in Vegas. There ain't no green in Vegas. There was no green. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what even a tree is anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot of people. I didn't know if they were Americans or not, but I talked to a lot of people. They're from like different places. There's people from like, Germany, and there's people from like, there's a lot of Russians and Ukrainians here, and they're actually, they're living in peace and harmony. But back to what Lucis says. He said, I need you getting that authentic experience of the natives. Well, I agree. And honestly, I'll get some more of that. But if you watch me on that video out, I actually was talking to everybody, And then those conversations that you see me having a party video with the locals, that's me speaking in Spanish. That's me communicating in Spanish. Watch this food court, y'all. This food court had a brother hungry as hell. But I didn't want to eat in a food court. I mean, I guess I could have said I ate in a food court in a mall in Mexico, in Cancun, Mexico. I wound up going a little bit further, and I ate at I ate at a sushi restaurant. I ate sushi in Mexico. All right. I ate a lot of hamburgers here too, so I don't know if that's gonna make y'all feel better about what I said. You know what I'm saying? So, Dave says you in a big city but still in a jungle. Yep, that's absolutely correct. I've been getting bit by mosquitoes. Actually, they're starting to bite me a little less now. Maybe my blood is right where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So they bite me a lot less. But when I first got here, they was like, man, we got sweet meat. We got sweet meat Pete in the building. Oh, sweet meat Pete. That's what them mosquitoes was saying. Shout out to my boy, my cousin Ronald, Sweet Meat Pete. Okay, I even forgot what my nickname was, but he was Sweet Meat Pete. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna bring y'all more exclusive content. Now, some of this was what I was gonna show y'all in a future video. I'm still gonna do it, but since you guys have been so loyal here with the live streams do really well for me. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I show you guys what I see. This is what my view was. Look at that mall. Look at that little strip, y'all. Look at that. I thought that was like, yo. And listen, I've been to malls. You can see I've been to malls that have been more impressive. But I thought this was unique. The blend between inside, outside. Because like right now, you see that fan above there? It was warm. It was really warm. And, you know, it wasn't as warm because it's covered, but it was warm out there. Now, when I was inside the building, you know, it was air conditioned. So this was a very unique situation. I think I wound up walking into one of these shops. Oh no, I came back and walked through one of these shops because did I go in? Yep, I think I go in. All right, I don't want to share that. Am I rubbing my hands? Oh man, that don't look good. All right, I was looking for that cold crushed linen. Okay, if y'all don't know about it, I want to be on a beach like Captain Jack Sparrow. Okay, I want to be in that cold crushed linen on the beach, right? Singing Captain Jack Sparrow. I need that in my life. All right. Let me give a shout out to my boy Lucis for the $5 super chat. Glad you're growing your content from Las Vegas to Passport, brother. Thank you very much. And Lucis, if you didn't get a chance to hear, I'm actually debating whether I'm staying here or going to check out some other countries. But I will let you guys know as soon as I make that decision. But for right now, you know, it is what it is. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, brother. I really appreciate you. Okay. And I'm sorry I just showed y'all all that craziness. But I want to make sure I show love to my boy. Let me bring up one more video. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna give y'all one more. Okay, y'all been riding strong with it, brother. Here's my last clip of the mall. So I left that store. So hey, when this came out, believe it or not, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness came out. Now I went to go try to get in line to go see it. It might come up in this video. I'm about to make a drink, but I'm gonna keep talking to you guys. I hope you guys don't mind, okay? I'm going to move this camera for a second. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm about to make me a quick drink while I talk to you guys. Anyway, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness came out. So I went into the movie theater thinking maybe I can get a ticket. I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to get in that thing, but I was going to pay on Fandango, but Fandango don't work out here. And yeah, that didn't work out so well, okay? Seems that it was like when Star Wars came out, the newest Star Wars when they came out. All roads lead to Star Wars, and you could not get in there to see Star Wars. Neither could you get in there to see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. All right. Did I pass it up? Yes, I did. You know why I passed it up? Because it made no sense to go in there. All right. So now this is about the point. Now y'all remember when I showed y'all the outside view? When I showed y'all the outside view, these doors right here lead to outside where there's more restaurants. Hooters is out there. You have another you got Chili's. Look, you got Chili's. Now, there's no way I was going to Chili's in Mexico. Hell no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm willing to go into Burger King in Mexico, but I don't know. Chili's just don't seem right. I just can't do it. I guess I went and got sushi in Mexico, so I don't know. Maybe I don't have no credibility though. I almost went in here because I wanted to eat breakfast. I'll eat breakfast any time of day. So I'm probably about to cut this video off because I spent a lot of time reading this menu, not because I couldn't read it, because I'm like, I'm picky. And I didn't want to be that picky. Let me give a shout out to my boy right now. Neil, I have a story to tell. What's up, Neil, man? I know you be working and stuff, brother. I appreciate you. Neil has a channel that you're going to want to check out. If you do anything with the gig economy and stuff like that, you want words of encouragement and so much more. And check out Neil I Have a Story to Tell. It's my boy. We've been rolling strong for a long time on YouTube, and our friendship has grown since then. And I wish nothing but the best for him and his channel at all times. Check him out. Subscribe to his channel, and especially if you're in that gig economy, man, that's gonna help you out. Thank you for being here, bro. I know you've been working. All right, I got so many things to close right now to get back to you guys. Do me a favor, y'all hit that like button. I'm about to bring up some photos for you guys too here in a little bit. If you guys watched my party video, you guys know the next day I got, I had to check out the hotel by noon. So I was gonna go home. I knew where the bus route was. I had about 12 pesos ready to go, ready to get back home. And then I said, you know what? I'm actually near the beach. So why don't, I realized I had clothes with me, or I could just I had swim trunks on. I'm like, why don't actually I didn't have swim trunks on, I messed up. But I'm like, why didn't I just take my shirt off and just walk down the beach, right? So when you watch that video, you see at the end of my party video in the hotel zone, that was me saying, okay, before I go home, let me just walk the beach. And the beach, when I show you this, you're gonna see that curve, you're gonna see how it goes like this all the way around. I walked the beach for so long, and next time I need sunscreen. I didn't get burned, but whew, if I stayed on the beach any longer, yeah. But I walked that beach for so long that there was no exit. So I went to the guy. There was a guy underneath the shade. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see where to go. And I said, pero tengo una pregunta, por favor, por favor. And he was like, okay, what's up? And I was like, how do you get out of here? I was like, how the hell you get out of here, right? And I was like, he was like, yo, man, now listen, we having this conversation in Spanish. So he said, the only way to get out of here is go through the hotel. And I was like, I said, I forgot what I said in Spanish, but I said, I said something about, is it gonna be a problema? But I didn't say that. I actually said a sentence. I was like, yo, it's gonna be a problem going to the hotel. And he was like, well, now I didn't know what he was saying, but context clue said, you're only passing through the hotel, no problema. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay. So guess what? I went through the hotel. I got to the very front door where they were like the dude watching, because you're supposed to have wristbands to be in that resort or that hotel. And then he saw me and he was like, it's too late now. I'm out of here. All right. And I got into the bus line and I made it back home. But I had walked so far down the beach that I had to cut through a hotel in order to get out of that area. And I made it about a good, almost a mile down the beach, half a mile, I don't know. So everybody's saying hi. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that chat button and hit that like button. Hit that like button so more people know it's here. I know I got a late, there's a lot of people got a late start. You ain't missed too much. I'll recap real quick for you guys that just got in here. But what happened was that I was just telling you about my experiences here for the first week. This is my first week here. I just told you some of the challenges. I think Dave will attest to this. Probably one of the biggest things that you could have learned from the earlier part that will save you if you ever come to a place like this. Do not drink water, bottled water, okay? And don't have a misconception about how far you think your money can go. Because it is just as expensive to be here as it is in the States. If anything, if you're not paying attention, you'll burn through money quicker here thinking it's cheaper, when in all actuality, maybe only saving a couple of dollars more than you would in the States, if that makes sense, right? So in my experience, when you start buying things comparable or spending comparable to the way you are in the States, you're only saving a few bucks here and there. And even though that might add up, it doesn't, because It just doesn't, right? Friend of mine that I met here, Lucis, he's also a passport bro. I met a passport bro here. I met a guy who has a YouTube channel, and it's a good sized channel, and he actually has his channel from Tijuana. So he actually was walking around the streets in Tijuana. It's a little risque. So if you're not of age or of whatever, it's not risque like that. I'm saying it's YouTube, but I'm saying like these girls are, you get to see whatever. So peep this channel. The passport bros, Lucis, have been giving me great advice about living out here in Mexico and giving me advice about what I'm doing next. So I want to thank those brothers. And after this, when this live stream is over, I plan to put a link in the description to the brothers' channel. Good brothers, and just really just dropping knowledge on them. And so one of the brothers had to leave because guess what? His burn rate through his money here in Mexico, he said it's cheaper in Colombia. So don't come out here with the misconception that your money gonna go so long that it's way cheaper. That's a misconception that even I had. Was it cheaper? Is it cheaper? Yes, but it's cheaper, like Dave said, if you're doing things like the locals. All right, let me bring up something else for you guys, right? I'm giving y'all treats now. We at the treat section. Okay, so I gave y'all that video. I actually have, I just messed up. Let me get this screen going. Now, I don't know how good this is gonna be, but again, I will get better at this. I'm glad I got this muted. Y'all don't want to hear how bad this Spanish was talking to this guy. Actually, I'll play it. I want y'all to hear that sometimes your Spanish is going to be bad. Sometimes it's really good. Some days I have bad days. Let me put my headphones on because I want to hear what I'm telling this dude.
Vivo aquí, coming out on la playa. La playa.
¿Vives en la playa?
Sí.
Sí, bonito.
So, anoche.
All right, I rewinded.
Vivo aquí, coming out on la playa. La playa.
¿Vives en la playa?
Sí.
Sí, bonito.
So, anoche aquí fiesta.
Oh, bonito.
Muy divertido.
Sí,
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal?
Estás aprendiendo español.
Mi español un poquito,
Y'all got that? Oh, let me mute all this stuff. But you see, I want y'all to hear that. I wanted y'all to get. I was actually really tired, right? I literally had been up partying all night, had to get out the hotel. I'm walking, I'm hot. I only have like a little water, right? I had way too little water for the amount of walking I did. I had enough, don't get me wrong. But if you're gonna walk that beach, it should have been more. I should have been able to hit the water a little bit more. But you can hear I'm breathing because the backpack was full. It's all my clothes, it's extra shoes. I mean, not extra shoes, like sandals, like everything I needed to be in a hotel for a night. And I should have went home. But I'm walking on the beach with this. My backpack is huge. I'm carrying this backpack. I'm sweating bullets. I'm looking all greasy. What's that? Terry Crews. When he all greased up and his chest is he popping his chest. That's what I look like. Okay, not as big, not as sweaty. Well, sweaty, not greasy, but sweaty. Well, actually, greasy on my forehead. Let's see what y'all saying over here. Actually, why am I trying to get to that camera? Lucy says South American money exchange rate more favorable than North America. Absolutely, it really is. And I believe that in the reason why my boy was telling me about the burn rate between here and it's cheaper in Colombia because the Colombian, the COP, the Colombian peso is, here is 20 to 1. So 20 pesos is $1, okay? Roughly. There, the Colombian pesos is 3,000 pesos to $1. So like you'll start reading prices in pesos in Colombia and you will see it and it'll be like 30,000 pesos. 30,000, good Lord. Okay? And we're talking about 10 bucks. Okay? So insane. Hey, the wheeler dealer is back. When I went to Baja, I had my own driver that I could trust. I took him out to dinner sometimes, and he showed me a good restaurants. Yo, okay, listen up, everybody. That is the other thing. I've been here a week. I talked to some people, and I'm hoping to go back out. I don't know if I'm going back out this weekend. I may or may not. I don't really want to burn through too much more money, you know what I mean? Because I only got to find out amount of money. Well, I got the money, but I'm like Uncle Scrooge right now, right? Like I'm trying to save like one penny and squeeze blood out of it, something, right? Squeeze blood out of a turnip or whatever the sayings are. But those people, if you go watch my video partying in downtown and the hotel zone in Cancun, I was talking to those people. I said, look, I live here, vivo aquí in Cancun. You know, I said, you know, like, hey, I'll come holler at y'all later. You know what I mean? So I'll come see y'all later. I'll be back. And they were like, cool, just come see me. You know what I mean? Like, so if you can make friends and you can be cool with people, then do it. First of all, it's just the right thing to do, right? Like, obviously, you still got to have your head on the swivel. Can't trust everybody, just think everybody's friendly. That's not the case either, right? You got to be smart, right? And that's where, for you guys that have street smarts, that's the good thing about like street smarts, your little antenna go off about people. You know what I mean? If you have to deal with people out in the streets, especially I'm a city boy, you know what I mean? Like if you just know how to deal with people because you've been and done things like that, then your antenna goes off and you know who to trust and not to trust. You know when to say, yeah, you know what, this is a good idea. And you know when to say, you know what, I'm good. Muchas gracias, but you know, muy bueno, bueno. So, you know when you just know how to move. And that's kind of why the camera views are all shaky and stuff, because I was trying to figure out how to move around here. I'm trying to figure out how to operate in this system because I don't know. Like I ain't from here. I don't know. So this is something that you have to keep in mind when you out here, when you go to these places. Matter of fact, I want to go to Colombia so bad, but I'm not going to Colombia without doing my research first. I'm not going to Colombia like my boy out in Colombia, right? I can hit him up and be like, yo, show me where to go, you know, whatever. But before I even make that trip out to Colombia, I want to make sure that I feel comfortable. That, like, obviously you're not going to feel fully comfortable. You're not going to feel fully comfortable. You're not. But give yourself the advantage. Okay, I'm staying here. This is nearby. Take the time to study your area. Take the time to have a feel for whatever. From the map perspective, it's going to be different on the ground, I promise you. But take the time to familiarize yourself with certain landmarks and certain things. Like, you know, I was looking at a hotel and I'm like, what's the major landmark? What's the major spot? And these are things that if you get lost, you can tell people, hey, you know, yo necesito ir al mercado dos ocho, right? So I don't know how to say 28 yet. My numbers is terrible, right? I know the 10, I know how to say 100, 200, 300. I don't know how to say 12. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to say 12. I know how to say 20 because I got the $20 peso, you know. But so, you know, you gotta be cool. But anyway, enough of me talking. I said I was gonna show y'all some more stuff. I got more stuff to show y'all. So that was the beach stuff. What else I have? I have some photos, just some photos I'm gonna show you guys. Let me bring up my first photo. Okay. All right, we got that. Let me close out my video. All right, stay tuned, stay tuned. I'm bringing it up. All right, good. So this is me eating ramen at that same mall that I showed you guys. I really was hankering for some Chinese food, and I got it. And that's me in the place. Now, the difference between me talking to that dude, he was so nice. He could speak a little English, so he helped me out. But you gotta understand, this was like all within the first few days that I was there, right? So my Spanish was terrible, but I tried. And that's what you need to do when you're there. Keep trying, okay? Don't stop, keep trying. Now, I got a picture of Hooters. That's not why I took that picture. I realized I took this picture because of that phone number, right? There's apartments above this mall that my uncle used to stay in. And I'm telling you right now, it's a little pricey. It's gonna be a little pricey. But man, whew, think about it. You be living in those apartments, living in those apartments, and right above the mall. So literally, you come out your apartment, you go straight to the mall every day. Now, I don't like malls for that, but I wouldn't mind walking in the mall every day. What do y'all think about that? Put a 1 in the chat if you would have liked to see me live there. It would have been expensive though. Now this was me at the down in the little alley you saw in Hotel Zone. This was the dude from Texas that I met in the video. He actually said, hey, he talked to the dude, told him I was cool. This is where Dave, this is where I got all my tequila shots from. My tequila shots, okay? Aquí. So I had a hookah. I had some good food. I ate really well, right? So I can't even deny it. And a lot of people just passed this area. So that's where y'all saw those girls dancing on the couch and stuff. There was Americans, whatever. There was a wedding crew that you might have seen in the video. And what were they talking about? Like that was, I don't know the songs. I don't know, but like we was all just jamming. They played a lot of New Orleans songs. I had a whole bunch of people dancing, playing Chris Brown, Let Go Crazy. It was like, yo, that's got everybody jamming. I said, yeah, because that's what it would play at the club in Vegas, Blue Martini. Shout out to Blue Martini and my people from there. Hit that like button if you just got up in here. If you here and you ain't hit the like button, hit that like button right now. Let everybody know. All right, so this was the La Playa. I don't know the name of it, but the beach here. I mean, look at that. I mean, like, it was hot, but it was really, really nice. And I didn't get in the water because I didn't want to, I just didn't have time, Like, I wanted to come to the beach. I'm going to go to the beach sometime this week. So between now and Sunday, I will be at the beach. So expect that video between now and before I do my next live stream. In the next week, I will have a beach video and I will put it out for you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see the spots to be on the beach, let me know. You want to see just calm and relaxing, let me know. You want me to spot all the hotties, let me know. You want to spot all the tourists, let me know. But you gotta realize, this beach is a tourist beach, okay? You will see some locals here, but these are touristy beaches. I need y'all to know that, okay? So if you walk further down the beach, then you start seeing more of the locals. FYI. So this is a little bit further down. As you can see, to your right, you can see where there's the chairs at, but if you look above, it's a resort or it's the beach area. So like there's music playing, everybody's sitting out by the pool. These are the tourist areas of the beach. This is not like a local beach, okay? The locals are at another point where you could kind of walk down and get there, but a whole nother story. And that's me looking all greasy and sweaty. I don't know who that is in the background, but he walked up in my shot. Whatever. And if you really look close, way in the background, there's a little city. You can see the buildings and stuff. Way back behind me, that's where I live at. Back up in the city there. Okay? You can't see it, I might have a better view later. That's the opposite direction. That's going toward the hotel zone. Man, I'm looking greasy. Man, break out the Crisco. break out the Crisco and the Cisco. I'm looking greasy. Mm. All right, now if you look, you can see the buildings a little bit more behind me here on the right side where the jet skis are. I'm swirling my my mouse in that area. That's back toward the city, okay? And it's really way off to the right. That's still hotels and stuff where you're looking at. The far, far right where you can't see here, the far right, that's where the city's at. So that's a good little walk. You die making that walk. I see what you said, Dave. Give me a moment, I'll get to that. Y'all see that yacht in the background? It's like right above my head. So you see where I'm at? I made the walk all the way down to that point, and that's when I had to ask the question of that guy. I said, hey, tengo una pregunta, right? Like I have a question, man. Like, where the hell am I going, bro? And he was like, man, there ain't nowhere else to go. You gotta go to this hotel. So I walked all the way down to damn near right before where that yacht is at. I was lost. Look at that water, it's clear. I threw away my snorkel gear, y'all. And listen, I threw away my snorkel gear. I'm talking about this snorkel gear. I snorkeled all kind of places in Hawaii, but I threw it away. I'll tell you why. It was old snorkel gear. And I was like, look, it's only gonna cost me another $100 to get. You can get it for cheaper, but mine cost about $100. And that's still cheap snorkel gear. But it lasted me for many years. So if you get a chance to snorkel, do it. My favorite thing, one of my favorite things to do in this world. Hit that like button, yo. More area. I walked further down from where you saw. This is way further down. Look at that water. You can see it. It's clear. Okay. And I do want to jump in the water because I swim like a fish. But here's the thing. It'd be nice to have somebody because I don't want to leave my possessions on the beach and then go swim in the water. So the most I might do is just put my feet in the water. This is me on the bus. Oh, this is me on the bus, yo. So you get over your fear, you get on the bus, man. This is normal people, man. Just living their lives and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is not gonna be the best view from the bus because the buses are blocking everything. But I just want to see y'all and show y'all, man. I don't even think I filmed on the bus because I didn't want people to like feel weird about it. But I mean, you see right in front of me, there's a mom and her kid. You know, these are normal stuff, man. Like this would be like any city that you guys would see. You know, like you gotta get from point A to point B. There's cars on the road. Look, that's a little urgent care center right there. You know what I mean? Like, so hospital, the hospital, el hospital. So yeah, man, like listen, you know, this is all good. Is there anything else I got? Oh, for you guys that's coming in, this is what my walk looks like. You know what I mean? Like I be walking around the neighborhood. I showed this earlier, but this is just me walking around my neighborhood, man. You know? See if I got another one. Yeah, look at this. Watch this. I'm gonna play this for you guys that just haven't been here all the time. Thank you, Dave, for being here the whole time. Look at this. AutoZone, Home Depot. There's a supermercado across the street, the supermarket across the street that I went to. You know, like there's a restaurante on my left, which I hate saying left in Spanish because I feel weird saying it. Izquierda, right? Izquierda, something like that. And your derecha is your right. So, like, man, look, I can't even express to y'all enough, man, how much being here has been a blessing to me. And the people for the most part, other than those ladies working at the supermercados and the Walmart, like, man, I don't know if they're having a bad day, but man, you know, and you know what? I ain't gonna lie, maybe I come off a different way when I'm in line, just waiting long lines and stuff. And I don't know, like, for the most part, though, my experience has been pretty positive. And that Asian dude I got the Chinese food from, like, he treated me like I was in the States. Like, he was like, you buy now. Like, I know it's messed up to say, I'm sorry, but that's the way I felt. And then when I paid him and I sat there and he saw it was just like whatever, then he started talking to me. And I'm sitting here, I don't know how to speak to him, right? So I'm speaking to him in Spanish. And then he starts talking to me in English. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You could have said that earlier. You could have talked to me in English earlier. Oh, man. But look, that's the experience I had. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay? Dave says, hotties are good. Well, I'll bring y'all more. Okay? So I'll do a better job. But I'm going to try to be better with not being so shaky with the camera. I know I'm a little bit safer. I know people are not going to worry. And if people are worried about me filming, hey, soy YouTuber. Soy YouTuber. That's what I tell her. Soy YouTuber. It's like, oh, YouTuber? Yeah. And people are like, what's your channel? So like, I have new subscribers that live here. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. So everybody's been really cool for the most part. I appreciate that, you know. So it's been great. And I have more to show you guys. There's a little eatery right around the corner that they was been cool with me. Shout out to Viking Dog, right? So they've been furnishing me with some tasty hot dogs and just different stuff. So let me get to the question of the day. Question of the day. If you could move here, what part of what I said would excite you the most? And what part that I talked about that would scare you the most? Let me know down in the chat. Or if you're watching this pre-recorded, put it down in the comments. What part would excite you about living here? And what part would scare you? I want to know both. And let's talk about it. Let's dispel some of these rumors, myths, or just in general talk about it. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. Let me know right now. Okay, that's the question of the day. Again, I want to say real quick. Again, shout out to all you guys who made it to the live stream today. Shout out to you all that stayed through the live stream. Okay, that's just been here the whole time. This is this has been one of my slower live streams. I got to give it that. But I hope that a lot of people watch it on the replay. And I hope that people get value from it. Look, for you guys that are in here, if I could say one thing that I want you to get from today's live stream is I've had an amazing week here. I've learned so many things. I've learned a lot even about myself, even though I feel like I know myself pretty well, but I learned more about me, just a little bit more about me. I realized that even though I had practiced, yo estudio español para 4 más días, right? Like 400 more days. I don't know how to say plus, so, but I've been studying my Spanish for 400 days. And I got here and it was crap. And there's no teacher like being out there and speaking to people and having to speak to people. Because I talk to people that speak no English. No hablas español. So there's a lot of people that don't know English. So you're gonna go to these countries and people navigate. Look, don't be scared to go to a country because you don't know Spanish. But it should make you set the goal to learn it. That's just the way I'm gonna say it. You don't have to know it to be here. People do it all the time. But your experience in another country is going to be a lot different if you take the time to learn it. Because instead of you just trying to figure things out, but if you can at least speak Spanglish, people will work with you, tell you what it is. If I didn't know something, I'm in Walmart, I'm like, I need a bag. So I don't know how to say bag in Spanish. So I was like, como se dice, whatever. And I still can't remember the word for bag. I don't know if it's these vodkas. I don't know. But the point is, take the time to learn a little bit of language, at least the basics. The other thing, Don't come here with the expectation that your money goes so far that you can just do whatever the hell you want to. First of all, don't be an asshole with your money. Yes, I cursed on my channel. But don't be an asshole with your money thinking like you got it all good, because you don't. Okay? If you are overspending your money, if you here trying to ball out, think you balling out, you're gonna go home broke. You're gonna go home with less money than you should have done. Let me get back to the chat, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I was giving y'all what I think that you guys should get from the video. Let's put a pin in that real quick, and I'll come back to that. Lucy says, nothing really scares me as I traversed through Mexico for 20 plus years, but I enjoy Mexico's friendliness, which excites me in contrast to the modernist gravity. I put out, if you saw today, I put out a YouTube short, and on that YouTube short, I did one of the polls. I just did a response to the poll. So what I do is I take the YouTube short and I try to maximize so I'm not doing too much extra work. So I take that and I go to TikTok and I also go to Instagram with it. And then some woman says, well, and I'm really directing it to what you just said, Lucis. So the woman's like, so women got to deal with this too, right? Like, and I didn't want to get in the whole whataboutism. I don't get into these arguments with people. I'm not Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to the Godfather, okay? I'm not Kevin Samuels. I'm not like getting no argument with you. What I tell her is I hit her with the logic of, I expect for the gents on this channel, are we perfect? No. But the gents on this channel is about self-improvement, about purpose, about getting a travel on. And so I agree with her. She's like, well, women do this, they have to deal with the same thing, and they go on these travel trips, and they're learning stuff too. And I'm like, look, if you go look at my video from the other day where I'm partying in a hotel zone, look at who I was hanging out with. Look who I was kicking it with. I was kicking it with other sisters. I was kicking it with other females from Western places. I ain't kicking it with females, but I'm saying like I met people from all over. I respect anybody who takes the opportunity to broaden their horizons by leaving the States. So what I told her, in addition to what I said, I ain't got no problem with that. I think if you're working on yourself and you are genuinely about meeting good people and about having broad experiences, then I want for you to be in the passport game, whether you be man or woman. I don't care, right? I don't care about that. I want that. I want for y'all to broaden your horizons and stop thinking that you're better than everybody else. That's what I want. So that's what I told her. I said, good. Women should get out there and do that. I said, but the difference is, I said, I have high expectations of the gents on this channel. And that's the way the gents feel. These dudes here hold themselves to a standard. So what we talking about? I said, good. And here's the last point I said. And this might hurt your feelings if you're watching this and you ain't where you need to be at. If you ain't working on yourself, your purpose, and the things you need to be doing, I don't want you here. I'm gonna say that again. I don't want everybody traveling. Me and my big bro had to talk about this. One of my big bros, we had to talk about this. I don't want everybody traveling. If you ain't working on yourself, willing to open yourself up to meet new people and to change your mindset and broaden your horizons, don't come here. Don't come here and mess it up for us that are doing it. Who are willing to learn new people, new customs, new values, new things, and look and beyond ourselves. Don't come out here. Don't come here. Don't go anywhere else. Stay your ass in the States. Stay your ass in westernized countries. We don't need you out here. The passport bros that's coming out here is people that's here to network, here to be friendly. In that video you're gonna see with me in the hotel zone, earlier in the day I was at the pool. I was talking to a Russian couple. who had Ukrainian family members, or were they Ukrainians with Russian family members? No, they were Russians with Ukrainian family members. We had a long conversation about it. And one thing I got from that conversation with them is that we're more alike than different. Nobody wants to really be at war. People want peace, but can't even manage the peace in their own damn lives. Don't come here. Don't come here if you're about that crap. Don't come here if you're going to bring the stuff that we deal in the States to here. These people don't need it here. I don't want it here. And I don't want you here if you're not about self-improvement. I said what I said. Shout out to Shalakima on that one. She always says that on her channel. So, hey, how you doing, Lee Lovett? How you doing? Thank you. Welcome to Simsational Gent. Sorry it took me a while to get to you, but thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Dave says, didn't scare us, Sean. We love to try, give it a try. Not in a big city though, something a little quieter. We're old. You know what? Then Dave, I would say don't come to Mexico. I've been watching a lot of videos, Dave, on, I might send you a link, but I've been watching, and this is something I've been thinking of for when I get a little bit older, okay? I was gonna settle down or stay in a place for a little bit longer than 6 months or maybe a year or so. We're looking at Panama, Boquete, what's another city? Oh, God, I can't think of all the cities. Sorry, it's the alcohol, y'all. But there are a lot of beautiful cities in Panama, Dave, that I believe that would be perfect for you guys. It just would be perfect for you all. And it's small communities of expats. The only difference is you got it. Like, I'm not saying you got to speak perfect. They got people that's there that don't speak any Spanish at all. But if you go to these smaller towns, it helps to learn it. And I use Duolingo, everybody. I use Duolingo. Okay? It's not the perfect app, but it's fun. It makes it elementary school level. When you get older, it's hard to learn new things. You need it elementary school level, because if it's not, right? So that's why I say I should be trying to get a sponsorship for them, you know? I'm actually in talks right now with Surfshark because I have a VPN. And that's the kind of, you know, if y'all don't know what VPNs do, look it up. But when you're out about in other countries, VPNs help so that you can watch things from the region that you're in or from other regions. Like if I want to watch Netflix in English, then I could just use the VPN to say I'm in the United States, and then bam, you know, there you go. Or if you don't want people to know where your IP address is and you want to do a VPN. I'm actually in talks with them, so I don't get any credit for it at this point. If you guys want to sign up, but it is really cheap. And it's been working pretty well so far, you know? So your boy been all over the place. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here. We're going to have more talks like this. When I go to other countries, we're going to have more talks about the same stuff. But what are the differences? What are the things I've learned? Let me finish up by saying this to you guys. The other things that I would say, so the last thing I told you guys is money. Don't come here with a different money expectation, okay? The other thing is be willing to interact with the people. And that might require you to learn a few words in Spanish just so you can navigate, okay? You need to be able to say hola, adios, muchas gracias, you know, de nada. You need to be able to say me amo Sean, como te amas, what's your name? You gotta know the basics. And even now it's flowing off my tongue faster now than it did before, right? I hear it a little bit different. Now, do I hear it perfect? No. Because I had a conversation with a woman and the other day that I got the hot dogs from, and I can only hear certain things, and I was just like, okay, like, no comprendo, like, so it's just little things that, like, you're not gonna get it all the time. Not gonna be perfect, but it don't have to be perfect, but at least try. At least try, right? Some days I don't have it in me to kind of, it's because even in the States, I don't always like, I know I'm always outgoing and stuff. Y'all see me outgoing, but there's times in the States that I'm also the Sean that's the recluse, the one that is able to live here and not have anybody around me. And when I get in that mode, you would not believe I'm actually an introvert at times. I really am. Overall, no. My friends listening to this, Sean an introvert, I know. Don't y'all fillet me over there, okay? Don't y'all fillet me over there, all right? So I'm very grateful for this week. I have a lot more to learn. This is just the beginning. This is really just the beginning. I don't have as much experience as like Lucis has or Dave has. I don't have as much experience as you guys do. I'm just telling you, I'm just giving y'all a perspective from Sean's eyes. Now, let me tell you, I've traveled a lot in my time. I've met so many people. And those experiences, especially most of my traveling has been in the States. 40 of the 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, I've been to. Been to Alaska twice. I've seen people from all over. Been to both sides of Canada. Been all through Canada. Right? I've been here to Mexico. I have very limited travel experience. Well, I have a lot of travel experience. I have very limited international travel experience. And I'm looking to change that. And I'm okay to admit that. But what I will tell you guys is, it's the travel experience that has me how to act when you're in somebody else's backyard, whether it be in the States or it be in somebody else's country. And when you come to these countries, you're not better than these people. You are in their backyard. How would you feel if somebody, oh, wait, in the States, we do get mad when people come in our backyard and we think they're infringing. So you don't come here and you conduct yourself. You come here, you respect these people. And that's why I said the people of Mexico, the people of Colombia, the people of Bolivia, the people of Panama, right? You come to be somebody's country, the people of Thailand, people of, you point on the map, you name it, you're in their country. And I think we're entitled, too entitled. We're too entitled. So thank you guys for answering the question of the day. If you guys are just coming in here and you're seeing that, again, question of the day is such: if you could move here, what part of what I said would excite you the most, and what part would scare you the most? If you're watching this pre-recorded, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll get back to it. Let's get that conversation started. And for you guys that are here, thank you guys for answering that. And I really appreciate that. Okay. So, all right, let me go back through. I want to thank all of my guests today. First of all, let me give a shout out to Dave and Cathy. Go check out their channel. You want to talk about, you don't have to come to a whole nother country in order to travel, to explore. Dave and Cathy go to so many places. You have such beauty and hidden gems where you live at. But just get out and go see it. And that's what I love about this channel. And Dave has been such a good friend to me. His wisdom and insight and just all the stuff he's done. Dave, thank you so much. Dave, Cathy, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm appreciative of the friendship that we have through this. Okay. Beloved, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up to the Simsational Gent. I appreciate you being here, okay? My boy Lucis, thank you very much, man. Thank you for your experience. Thank you for what you lend to the channel. Thank you for being here tonight on the Simsational Gent. And we also got the Wheeler dealer for being here tonight. Thank you so much for being here and contributing to the conversation. I appreciate your insight and everything tonight. Thank you so much. Who else was up in here? Oh, crap. T-Mac slipped in. What up? Work is crazy tonight. All good, bro. Even if you catch the replay, man, I talked about a lot of stuff. I let some videos play. There's a lot of good stuff that came out of tonight's live stream. And even if you watch it, going back, there's still a lot to see, and I hope you get a lot from it. That's my boy T-Mac. He's one of my loyal subscribers too, and I appreciate you being here tonight, brother. Thank you so much. Okay. I shouted you out, Lucis. Who else was in here tonight? We had a quiet night tonight. I gotta give it up. We also had my boy Neil have a story to tell. I'm trying to find out where it is. And Lucis donated a $5 super chat to tonight's live stream. I want to say thank you very much. Just so you know, we all got monetized about 2 weeks ago. Yep, about 2 weeks ago. So this channel was monetized about 2 weeks ago. And really and truly, you guys kicked it out and showed out last week on the live stream as far as donating. And pretty much this costs money now, right? That's why everything looks good. The money goes right back into the channel. Even the money goes back in the channel so that the product is better. I don't, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't need your money, because it's nice that we appreciate it for what you do. So thank you very much, Lucis. But at the same time, I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the best content I can. So thank you for the super chat tonight. That's my boy Neil. I have a story to tell. Make sure you check out his channel where he talks about the gig economy, gives you daily encouragement. He also gives you so much more on that channel. Subscribe to my boy. Ride or die, day one. We help each other out. It's my boy. Great friendship I have through doing YouTube. So I'm very grateful. So again, we didn't have a lot of people in the chat tonight. It's all good though. But I thank each and every one of you guys. Again, if you missed this one, oh man, how you gonna do that to me, T-Mac? You're trying to make a brother tear up right now. You trying to make a brother tear up right now. Thank you very much. Let me give a shout out to my boy T-Mac, 1979. Our birthdays are real close too, man. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat tonight. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, I told you, man, my subscribers kick it out, and I got so much more I'm bringing to you guys. I got so many more videos I'm making. Right now, just so y'all know, I'm working on a video. It's either going to come out tomorrow or Friday. I want to come out tomorrow. I want to put a different video out on Friday. But I told y'all a while back I was going to do the 10 traits of the modern woman that would ruin the world. That video I'm working on, literally been editing it. I'm going to get done with this, take a quick break. I'm going to get back to editing it, get back to work. Thank you so much, T-Mac. You guys make the channel. Seriously. You guys make the channel. Can't do that without you. And then he says much love. Much love back, man. So can't do it without you guys. I don't know if you guys know, but tonight we were actually streaming live to YouTube and Facebook. I wish more people would have showed up, but I hope people watch it on the replay. All right. So that is the comments that I have. And listen, sorry I haven't opened up the live chat. I promise that we are going to get back to that, where if you want to come on the show and talk about it, you have questions, concerns, you want to bring up stuff. I would love some of you guys' insight into the live chat or to come on to the show, because I think people need to hear that kind of stuff. Sorry I'm not doing it tonight. This is a different setup. I did it so that I can sit up a little bit taller at night, okay? Because before I was sitting on a little chair and my back was hurting and stuff. My back's still hurting now, but we're gonna get past that. But thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Again, look out for my videos. There'll be maybe something tomorrow. There'll be at least, if I don't get a video out tomorrow, I plan to have another YouTube short out tomorrow, and I plan to put out something Friday. I'm gonna take the weekend off to try to maybe get some more footage or put out something on Monday. So you're not gonna want to miss these videos. You're not going to want to not be subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Hit that like button. And with that being said, live your best life.